Anaconda Jupyter Notebook on your device. If not, you can let me know. Okay, or probably because you're gonna do all those practice in those notebooks only. Okay, so it is must. So you can, if you have not done, I mean, take your time and do it, or you need a session on it along with your laptop, or what do you call it, some help. Okay, if I'm available, definitely I will assist. Okay, so coming back to Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so right, we learned about Python basics, and then we
Sorry to
learned.
interrupt you, Suren. Just making sure this is also getting recorded, right?
Yes, Saib, can you start the recording? Okay, thank you. So like in the last session, we have learned about Python basics. Okay, origin, who is the inventor, who is basically wrote the Python code from scratch. Okay, and the basics, we learned about basic and the use of Python in today's ecosystem. If you see, we can use Python in web, GUI development, scientific, software development, and system administrator. Okay, these applications that you see in system administrator, these are all used on the server side. Okay, you can also install on client side, and you can make use of these applications. Okay, so since we have already covered this, I'll just move to, yeah, this page, this presentation. Okay, so this is the link that okay, you will see the Python version, and we will be practicing in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so you have other options also, VS Code, PyCharm, Google Colab. Okay, but my choice is Jupyter Notebook because I feel like you have a lot of things that you can do with Jupyter Notebooks. Okay, uh, moving on to, okay, these are the commands that you can install if you are on the Linux. Okay, if you just install the Python on your Mac OS and then open the terminal and uh, copy this command and paste it in your terminal window and hit enter, so it will start installing the Jupyter Lab. Okay, this is also option available. Okay, and you can also download the entire package of Jupyter, sorry, Anaconda. Okay, Anaconda distribution. And how do you start Jupyter Notebook? Okay, so if I want to start my Jupyter Notebook, I'll go to start, then I'll go to Anaconda. This is the folder that you will see after it gets installed on your device. Okay, you have all these options. Okay, so this is the main menu, but it sometimes it takes a lot of time to load and all that. Okay, so this is not recommended if you have a fast and good configuration PC. Okay, you can use this. Okay, it takes a while actually, like almost like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, which is not recommended. You can use directly launch this one Jupyter Notebook, or if you want to use from the prompt, you can click on Anaconda prompt, so it will open up a command prompt window, something like this, and then you have to type this command called Jupyter Notebook. Okay, okay, and then hit enter. It goes through a routine to invoke all those environment that it needs to load it in memory. Okay, now you see it opens in a browser. Okay, it will not open any window. It opens up, everything opens up in a browser. Okay, so this is your I can say home window. Okay, for Jupyter, you can see at the top Jupyter. Okay, and this is the home window or landing page, I can say landing page, where you'll see and where does it what are these files? Okay, these are all your user files. Okay, so if you go here, my computer, uh, C drive, under C drive you have a user folder. Okay, and this is my account called administrator. Okay, now whatever the files you see here, okay, this is what you see here. Okay, so whenever you write your Python code and store it, right, it gets stored in this location. Don't get panic. uh, if you're looking at downloads or documents, you will not find. You have to browse to this location to get these files. Okay, and you can see these files, the my Python file. Okay, so this is the one, my Python file dot ipynb. What is ipynb? This is the extension. Okay, so like every file has extension, like Excel has XLS, right? CSV file has a CSV, doc has a doc, text file has a .txt, right? Similarly here, Jupyter Notebook will have the extension which ends with ipynb. Now what does it stands for? I stands for integrated, py stands for Python, nb stands for notebook. Okay, integrated Python notebook. Okay, and you can see whatever the files we have here. Okay, you see here 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you can, if you want to share anything, you copy this and share it. Okay, in an email or in WhatsApp, through whatever the medium you want to share, you can copy this file and send it. Okay, now you know how to launch. Okay, and how to browse your files. Okay, this is the location it stores. Okay, and even if you want to store in different location, how do you do that? You open a file. This is my sample file. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. This is my sample notebook, and what is the name? My first underscore Python. Okay, this is my file. How do you change it? You double click on it and you get a rename file option here. Okay, you can change it here, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'll just add 01. Okay, now you can see this is 01. Okay, you have to refresh. One minute, why it is not changed? Okay, it created another file, you can see here. Okay, it's like a copy. Okay, these are basics, that basic settings, right? Basic configuration that you should be aware of, because when you work with these files, right, you should not get any doubt. Okay, now coming back to this. Okay, I'll go to the second tab. Right, I'll just close this application, my Postman. Okay, now, okay, now if you see here, this is the menu that you're going to see, a ribbon menu, and below that you have all these options, the ribbon options. Okay, now what you see on the right hand side is your kernel. Okay, Python kernel, which kernel it is using. Okay, this is the 3 version 3, because you know we are using version 3.14, I guess, Python version, right? So this is the version we are using. Okay, oh sorry, not here. Okay, you can see my version is Python 3.12.7. This is the version I'm using. If you remember, last week we have installed, right, from the internet. So this is the version I'm currently using. That is the reason it will show 3. Okay, if it is version 2 point some blah 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 random number, it will show 2, version 2. Okay, this is just to see what kernel version is. Okay, now what is this? It says kernel idle. Okay, whenever it is busy, it will be, okay, it will show as busy. Okay, when you're doing some computation or something, you can see here, as soon as I run this, you can see on the right hand side. Okay, it will go in busy. Okay, it's just a print statement, so it will not take much time. But when you are doing a lot of computational uh, activity on your laptop, right, then you will see this one will turn into busy. Okay, now what are these 3 options? This is for toggle. Okay, And what is this? Preview with panel. Okay, you can explore all these things. Okay, and this is trusted. Okay. Okay, and this is running at 8888. Okay, I'll go through all these things basics also. Okay, first you have to familiarize yourself with the menu and other things. Okay, if you go to the main landing page, this is how it looks like. Okay, these are all your file location. It's like Explorer. Okay, and you have open, download. If you want to download anything, you just click on this second one, and then you can click on download. Okay, you can see here it will ask you to download. Okay, where does it is downloading right now? It is storing in your download folder, my Python. Okay, this is one way you can play around. Okay, and then what are the other options? You have rename. If you want to rename this file to with a different name, just select. You have to check and then click on rename. Okay, if you want to make a duplicate, you can click on duplicate. Okay, so I did a duplicate. You can see it says copy one IPNYB. Okay, now I don't want this, I'll delete it. Okay, so these are the four options. Okay, now what is this new? New is to create a new notepad file. Okay, similar to what we called as a notebook. Okay, your Python notebook. Okay, you have this option: terminal, console, new file, new folder. Okay, if you want to create a new folder here, you can create. Okay, and you can say Python training notebook. Okay. Okay, now here you want to create, just double click on it and then you say new Python notebook 3. Okay, and then it will create, it will open in a new window, and then you can name it, give a proper name, and then you can get going with your practice. Okay, I'll come back to this. Okay, uh, okay, and you can, if you are into some folder like this, okay, if you want to come back, what are the options? You have this back, you can click this back also. Sometimes it works. Okay, I don't know why it is not working. Okay, but if you want, you see this arrow here, folder I mean icon here, you just click on it, you'll be back to the home page. Okay, this is your home page. Okay, I'll just delete it. This is just for your practice, I'm showing it. Okay, you have to familiarize first yourself with the tool. Okay, if you don't know anything about tool, then okay, you will mess up when you are doing your practice at all. Okay, so running, what is this running? Okay, right now if you see in the next tab, okay, the tab that is open, it says my first Python. Okay, you see it's like a task manager. Okay, if you see your Windows task manager, right click on your taskbar and see. Okay, you can see here what are the processes that are running. Okay, uh, WhatsApp, server manager, Google Chrome, task, terminal, blah blah blah, all these applications are running. Similarly, in task I mean in Jupyter notebook, okay, you can see what are the programs that are running. Okay, for example, you have multiple pages are open and you see some slowness. Okay, so what you can do is you can select. Okay, you can, one minute, okay, okay, you can, okay, you can highlight something like this. Okay, and then you can click on shut down all. Okay, there is an option that you can use to shut down all the running notebooks. Okay, I did that. Okay, now you see all are gone, and even if I re okay, it will right now it is working. See, after I refresh this page, you can see it. Okay, so this is clear, guys. The basics. Okay, first play with your basics. Okay, this is very important. If you don't know, okay, then you cannot proceed further. Okay, you need to play around with the environment and you need to learn about tool. Now what do we have in file? File, we have new, same thing. Okay, whatever we have here, same thing. Console, same thing. even from the menu context, you can get all those options. Okay, open from path. For example, whatever the notebook I'll be sending to you guys, you have to browse from here and then you have to give the path, or you can also do is upload. Here you have a upload option. Click on upload. Say for example, I gave some practice notebook and you have downloaded on your download folder. You go here and click the notebook file. Okay, you will see Jupyter source file. Okay, you click on the respective file and then click on. Okay, this is the use of upload, and it will show here. And immediately you click on it, and it will open in a new tab, and then you can practice. Okay, now what do we have in view? This is clear. We don't have much. And how do you save? Yeah. So after you create your notebook, right, you can save in these formats. Okay, web PDF, PDF, Markdown, LaTeX, HTML, ASCII doc. Okay, I'll show you PDF. Okay, others are I don't think so you will be using, because whenever you want to present any reports to your leadership team, PDF is the appropriate format that I can think of, and Markdown is something like HTML. Okay, you can create a nice, beautiful, uh, what do you call, reports, and you can showcase. Okay, these are you are logging out from your session. Okay, log out and shut down. It doesn't shut down your system. It just shut down your Jupyter notebook. If I click on shutdown, okay, server stopped. Okay, even if I go refresh, it will throw an error because the server is not working. So internally, whenever you run Jupyter Notebook, it runs in a server mode. Okay, there are in a browser server mode. I'll run it again. Where is my Jupyter Notebook? Okay, so I'll click on Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so this is running. Okay, under view, you have all these options. Okay, these are all grayed out because you have to open a file, then you can play around and see. This I'll show you as and when I'll be doing a practice. Okay, now what do we have in settings? We have themes. Okay, so if you want a light theme, you can pick up a theme based on your preference. Okay, and you have increased code font size, decrease. Okay, if you have difficulty in viewing your screen, if you are using a tab or laptop, okay, where your fonts are not that good, okay, you can go and change according to your needs here. Okay, so these are basics. I'll stick with dark. Okay, I like dark. And what do we have? Okay, we have text editor indentation. Okay, what does this mean is whenever you write your any program, right, you have to, when you set this, okay, it will write in a proper format. Even when you're debugging or doing any analysis, right, line by line, it will be very easy. Okay, if it is not properly indent, what happens is it will be gibberish and you have to use like control F and such. It will be very confusing, guys. Okay, always use the indentation if you're using something, and this is auto close brackets. Okay, whenever you are writing anything, you can set this auto close bracket, so you don't have to worry about how many brackets I have to open. Okay, so these are all the basics I'll show you. Okay, and if you go to settings here, you have all these options. Okay, like for a Jupyter notebook, all options are there. Okay, I'll show you this one by one whenever we are doing some or the other practices. Okay, we have extension manager. Okay, let me see. Theme is there. You can see themes. Uh, yeah, I'll leave the settings as it is. Okay, I don't want to fiddle anything here. Okay, I'll leave it as it is because right now I have all the settings. These are all default, guys. Okay, I'm not changing anything. You want, go play around. What is this closing bracket is, code folding. Okay, so code folding is something when you are writing your code, right? It gets into the next line. Okay, after you type certain here. Okay, if this is not there, what happens, it will still go in the say straight line. Okay, if someone wants to read the entire line, he has to go scroll right and left to look at your code. Okay, if you have enabled this code folding, then after this line it will come to the next line, and it will be in a proper indentation. Okay, these are all default. Okay, I'm not changing anything because right now my all my settings are good default, only I'm using it. Okay, now we'll start our first Python notebook. Okay, we'll play some basics. Okay, very basics, baby steps, and then tomorrow class we're gonna learn about data types. Okay, what are data types, what are the Python data types, and what is the importance, and why do we have to use those. Okay, so I'll click on new. I'll then click on Python 3 notebook. Okay, and I want to see right now the name you can see is untitled. If I click on it, it will open up a menu context where it will ask me to change the name. I'll just change it to type. I'll type first Python. Okay, first Python, and then I'll rename. Okay, you can see as soon as you click on rename, it gets change here from untitled to first Python. And if you go here to the home landing page, you can see this is right now untitled. You need to just refresh and then you will see first Python, and you can see a symbol here green. So that means right now it is active. This notebook is active. Okay, if you see here, this notebook is active. Okay, what if I open multiple? Okay, or I'll open just multiple things. Okay, if I go here running, you can see it 1 2. Okay, and you can see here 1 2 3, 3 are live right now. Okay, how do I close? I can go, one option is I can click on this and I can close it. Okay, and this one also I can close it. Okay, but I'll show you later on. Okay, so this is our first. So you can the area that you see, this is called a notebook. Okay, this is where you will be typing your commands. Okay, for example, if I want to do some mathematical operation just like a calculator. Okay, 2 plus 8. Okay, okay, and you see here, how do you execute? You have a play sign here. Just click on it, you get 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, so you can uh, if I type Python, okay, if I run, what happens? Nothing happens. Okay, it says name Python is not defined. Okay, it will uh, um, act differently for different data type. Right now, this is numeric. It understand this is first number that we have inputted is number, and we are using the operation here called plus, and we are doing another adding another number, and it is giving the sum. Okay, now here it doesn't understand this. Okay, so I will say name equals Python. Okay, now no error. Okay, how do I print the same result that I have stored in a variable? I'll say name. Okay, Python. I can say another way is print name. Okay, same thing. If I want to copy, I can click on this icon, duplicate. Okay, Okay, you can also type something like this. Okay, welcome to my learning. Okay, it says welcome to my learning and Python. See here, this is a variable that is stored this value Python. Okay, this is called string. Okay, you can do various mathematical operation here. Okay, 3 plus 6j. Okay, now will this print? Let's see. Okay, it just gave you the result. Okay, because why? Because this is a complex number. Okay, we learn all those things, and you have to start with print. Okay, if you are doing practice, just use print. Okay, whenever you see two brackets, okay, it is called function. Okay, I'll explain this later on. Function, variables, and all those things. I'll say welcome to my training. And how do you execute shortcut? Now let's learn the shortcut. Okay, every time I'm going using my mouse, I'm hovering on the this symbol, play symbol, and I'm running it. What if I want to run a shortcut? How do I do that? On your keyboard, you have to press and hold the shift and enter. Okay, and then release. You'll get your output at the bottom. Okay, so this plus sign is to add new cells. Okay, something like this. Okay, if I want to delete, you have a scissor here. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, if I want to delete everything, delete. Okay, this is done. And what is this? This is copy cell. Okay, if I type something here, okay, I will just highlight this and I'll say copy, and I'll go here and then I will paste it. This is a paste symbol, just a copy paste. Okay, so you see copy paste. Okay, you need to know all these things, guys. Okay. Now, what do we have? This is a play symbol. Okay, what is this? This is to interrupt the kernel. Sometimes what happens, it takes, if you have a large set of data, it takes ages sometimes. I'll show you those scenarios also, wherein it will take a lot of time and it will get stuck. Okay, how do you find that? Okay, you have to go and check the logs. Okay, during those time, if you want to restart, you can restart your kernel. Okay, and what is this? Restart the kernel and run all cells. If you have 10 cells that you want to run, not one by one, if you want to run all, you can use this symbol. Okay, for example, I'll write print first cell. Okay, I'll just copy. Okay,
So Suren,
okay,
can we say that kernel is like a compiler?
yes, it's a compiler and it is part of your Python installation.
Got you.
Okay, now I have all five cells, six cells. Okay, now if I want to, the traditional way is I can run one by one. What if you want to run all these cells again? So you can click on this. Okay, and do you want to restart the kernel first? All variables will be lost. No, first I want to save it. Okay, I'll save it and then I will run it. Okay, you see here at one shot, it just ran all the cells. If you have 200 cells where you are running, for some reason you have interrupted your cell. And if you want to go one by one, it will be very tedious for you guys to run one by one. You know, all the code are running. Only the last two cells I have changed some modification, which is running, but due to interruption, I have to run all. So you can use this symbol. Okay, so this is one.
Suren, can you also quickly tell us of the options that are towards the extreme right-hand side in that notebook row up
Yeah,
to
sure. Okay. So for example, this is I'm typing something in my cell. Okay, this is to duplicate. If I click, you see a exact same thing. Okay, and what is
okay,
this? To take your cell up and down. If I want to go
okay,
up,
okay.
down. Okay, now
Hmm.
what is this? This is insert a cell above. Okay, if I want to add one cell above this empty cell, I can click on this. It's an empty cell. Okay, if
Got
I
you.
select this, if I want to add one bottom, I'll click on this. Okay, and if I want to delete, you go and delete. Same thing. Okay, by default, you'll have one cell when you open your notebook. Now, what is this called? Okay, this is very important, guys. Okay, whenever you are writing your program, for example, sorry, I'll type the print statement here. Okay, if see right now you see there is a color variation here, green, and within bracket you can see it's in red. I mean, what color it is looking for you guys? Orange or red? First step,
Red,
red. Huh?
red.
Okay, for me, for some reason, this color and this color is almost same. I don't know, because of my monitor. I don't know, but okay. Anyway, so now you see there is a variation. Okay, whenever you see variation like this, that means you are in a code mode. Okay, and how do you execute? You just click on this, you will run it. What if whatever the execution you are doing here, and you want to write a notes about it? Okay, that is called narration. Okay, so whenever you have some data and you are writing about your data, okay, you have to give a narration. Okay, so you have to write what it is doing, okay, what your data is talking about. Okay, so how do you do that? You will not use this cell. If I want to say in simple English, above print command is executed and it's printing the result in display. Okay, something like this. Now you see here the variation here, print, is, and in, all are turning into green. Okay, these are all Python reserved keywords. Okay, now right now it is in code mode. Okay, if I run, what happens? It says invalid syntax, because Python doesn't understand command, above, executed, it's printing, all this it doesn't understand. Okay, so what it understands is code. What if you want to write a notes here? Okay, then you have to select this, you have to drop down, you have something called raw or markdown. Okay, if I select markdown, if I run this, see, nothing is happening. Okay, and if I take the same thing, copy it here, if I use raw, what happens? Nothing happens. You see the difference here and here is it comes in a cell, and this syncs up with your result here. Okay, so you can pick. See, it's up to you guys how your presentation wants to be. Okay, it,
So
it all
Suren,
depends.
that raw, the output of the raw, is that editable again? That's editable, right?
That is editable. You can go back
Again, it's
and
like
edit.
a again cell.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
this is editable. Okay, you can run this and then you can forget it. Okay, now what is the use of this? Okay, now we'll spend some time with the markdown. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to also, I'll take one session on HTML. Okay, this is very important. When you are using a HTML, right, you can format your report in such a way that you can present directly from your Jupyter notebook. Okay, for example, I'll select markdown. Okay, so what is HTML? Okay, HTML is used for hypertext markup language. Okay, this is the language used to develop a web page. Okay, now whatever the page that you are seeing, it uses HTML in the background. Okay, so it uses some tags. Okay, HTML, these are called tags. Okay, I will take one session, probably tomorrow we'll do basics, and I'll take Thursday, okay, one session on HTML. Okay, all the tags I'll explain you. See, again, you have to practice. If you don't practice, you will forget. Okay, so HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is the language used to create web pages. Any page. For example, if I go to some page called CNN. Okay, so this is the home page. Now you want to see how this page is overall built. You right click on it. You have something called view page source. Okay, now you see here, these are all called HTML. Okay, you can see HTML. These are all built. Don't worry about all this content. Okay, these are nowadays, these are all automated very easily. Okay, this can be automated very easily. So nothing to worry. All these things gibberish. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so I just want to show look and feel how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Maybe I don't know. It is looking too small for you guys. One minute. Now is it better or is it looking too tiny for you guys?
And if we are trying to maximize it, we can view it. I'm maximizing my window because I'm joining from phone.
Okay. Now others who are working on laptop, right? Just open up any website. Okay, and then you can go through and you can look at these things. Okay, so even if you want to see the code, F12 you can press. Okay, F12. 1 minute. This is my F12. Okay, I'm using browser, more tools, control shift I. Okay, developer tools. Here also I can see. Now whatever the controls that you see, okay, this is one control. Okay, if you see here on the right hand side, okay, I'll just pull it here so that you can see. Now I'll just touch one by one here. Okay, okay. Now you see I clicked on this. So which line of code I'm using? This one. This is a class under body. Okay, this is very easy actually. Okay, don't go by code. Okay, everything is automated right now. I mean in today's okay, I'll just close this. I don't want to confuse you. I just want to show the look and feel how the HTML looks like. Okay, and how are we gonna use in Python. Okay, so I'll take 1 or 2 sessions. Okay, this is very important. People who are keen in presenting their work, right, reports in a proper way, this is for them. Okay, now I'll use some code here, HTML code. Okay, basics. I'll use something called H1. Okay, and you can see automatically the header has closed with /h1. Okay, this is how HTML works. For HTML you have a open and close. How the close works here with a slash here inside the tag. Okay, so this arrow is one tag, and in between you have to write your statement. Okay, this is my sample report. Okay, now this is in markdown. Okay, if I run this, how it looks like. See, this is how it looks like. Okay, now I'll take the same thing. I'll copy here. So we have predefined sizes of your fonts. Okay, similarly when you select with your presentation and all, you select your font, right? The title you want some size 10 or 20. Okay, and the subheading you want little lower than that, and the subheading little lower than that, right? So how do you do that? You can use H1, H2, something like this. Okay, sorry, see this one has thrown in an invalid syntax. Why? Because I've selected code here. You have to go to markdown and then you have to run it. I'll run this one first, second. You see the difference here, 1 and 2. Okay, similarly if I want to run the third one, okay, I'll just copy this. I don't want to type
So that
again.
1 and 2 is the size of the font
Font,
size that you're
yes,
selecting.
yes.
The 2 is smaller.
So yeah, 2 is smaller. That's what I'm telling you. 3 is little bit smaller than 2. So you have
Okay.
predefined fonts here. 1 minute. I'll just select markup. Okay, I'll run all together. 1, 2, 3. See, this is what you can present your data. Okay, with this one. These are all basics. Okay, you have all fonts. I will take probably I'll do one thing first, basics. Okay, tomorrow is Tuesday, right? Tuesday we will cover data types, and then third and fourth, we will use HTML. I'll take 2 sessions. Okay, this is very important, guys. You have to use all these thing. Okay, for example, if I want HTML tags list reference, okay, if I go to this, you have all these things. Okay, these are all tags. Okay, Now which one to use when, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is something called U. Okay, uh, defines the unordered list. Okay, okay, yeah, I forgot, I want to show you one more thing. Okay, if you want a bullet points, okay, something bullet points, how will you use? We'll say list. Say, I'll say list one. Okay, below that I'll say again li list 2. Okay, and I'll just copy this, then I'll change the name 3 4. Okay, now I'll execute this. Okay, sorry, I need to select this markdown. Okay, now you see this is used for presentation. If you want to use the bullet for your data points when you are explaining, or you want to write some comments, you can use list also. Okay, you don't have to be expert in HTML to write your this thing. Okay, you have a Google, so go to Google, you will find all sort of tags. Okay, and I'll teach you the important one. Table style. Okay, I'll just copy this, I'll run this here. Okay, so you can see here with that code text area, you want to highlight something, you can highlight something. Okay, you double click on it, you don't have to change all these things. Here you will be writing your heading. Okay, below whatever the text you want, you can copy, you can write your comments. Okay, this I'll show you because this is very important. Presentation is very important. If you are not presenting your data, probably you're losing something. Okay, creativity, this is very important. Not only when you work on your data, the presentation is also very important because it adds value to your work that you are performing. Okay, so this is one. I'm gonna send these files to you guys for practice. Okay, today no coding, basics. Okay, and you can use the comments. How do you use a comment? Yes, so it's a hash. Okay, it will turn into green. I'll say this is my first comment. Okay, and below this I'll say 34 plus 67. Okay, and then I'll execute. You see it has executed the result here. Okay, but it has not thrown any error false. What if I take out the comment? Okay, if I run, what happens? It throws an error. So it says it is a cell 13 line 1, it is not able to invalid syntax, it is not able to comprehend what is this. Okay, so I'll put it in comments. Okay, and then if you want to subtract,
Why does it not also, while it says syntax error, why does it not clearly specifies
the,
what is the solution or the fix to fix that syntax error?
you will learn about all these things in a help statement. Okay, you have a help where you can use to navigate to understand. Okay, okay, help. Now here you want to test the print statement. Just I'm giving an example. Okay, now you see here help. Okay, you have to help inside. I'll say print. I want to see the syntax how it works. Okay, cell not executed due to pending input. Okay, this one is a pending. This one I have to close it. So this is where I need to stop it. Where is stop? Stop. Okay, you are leaving help, returning to this. Okay, now you see. Okay, how do you use the print statement? We are just I'm just using the print some to print some statement. Okay, but you'll see the entire syntax here. Okay, return self value. Okay, self value, if you want to do some validation and operations you want to use greater than equal to, all these things I'll teach you. Okay. So first start with only one statement, that is print. Okay. And what is this KWARGS? Okay. These are all arguments that you will use. These are all arguments for the print. Even if you go here, you'll find Python. Okay. So this is the first one. See, even they will start with Python only. Okay. Now here, syntax. Okay. So they are all going into the if statement, iterations, indentation, and all that. Okay. Comments. Okay. How do you use the comment? See, this is a comment. Ash. Same thing. Okay. If you practice it, then it will be very easy for you guys. Okay. See, if you write some text and you want to find out how to fix or how to change the code, it will not give you. Okay. You and there is another way where you can see the keywords, Python keywords, inbuilt keywords. Okay. So we will see that also as we go along with the next sessions. Okay. But just focus on the basics. Okay. Print command is used to get a help on print. Okay. Now this is basics. Okay. Now, for example, I have some work done here. Okay. So you can, I want to show you some sample. Okay. This you see here, this is the sample. Okay. If I run here, okay, this one, what is this? DS salaries. Okay. Now you see, I'm reading a CSV file here. Okay. This is the location where I have saved and I am seeing a data. Okay. My CSV file in Python notebook. Okay. Now I'm just checking the first 5 headers. What if I want to see the last header? I can say tail within bracket, I can say 10. So 10 rows I can see. Okay, don't get confused about this. Okay, this you will learn. Okay, you will have a practice session. You're gonna learn, and I'll give you some sample data also. Or best way is to create an account with Kaggle, and then you can do uh, I mean, grab the data that you want to practice. Okay, you will get a lot of data: marketing, sales, different domains. Okay, manufacturing, healthcare, telecom, HR. Okay, education, academics. Okay, you have a lot of domains. If you practice on this data, right, with the same commands and all, then you'll get some exposure, different domains. Okay, how to infer on data. Okay, so these are some of the command that you will learn. Okay, don't get confused about all this. This is just for showing you guys. Okay, and you will also learn about the statistics. Okay, df dot describe das 1 minute df underscore hr. Oh,
Describe spelling, I think.
spelling, correct. Okay, now you see this is the statistical imputation about my data. So what are the count for age? It is 1470. Okay, now how do you find if any data is missing? Okay, you need to check a bird's eye view is when you type a info here, whether you have 14, it says 1470 rows. Okay, now if it says 1470, definitely one of these columns will be unique, right? You have to find out which column is unique. For example, if I have shared this data, okay, as a business owner, and I'll ask Rupa, I want you to do the analysis. Okay, and I want you to find these are my business problem. Okay, you will jot down and you will learn about something called data dictionary also. Okay, in the upcoming classes, what is data dictionary, I'll teach you. So I'll guide you that with that also. And now here is the age 1470. You have to find out if something is there called which one is unique here. We don't know. Okay, whoever has shared the data with you, I mean, you have to ask him, the business owner, boss, which one is a unique data here, which column. So if we say age is a unique, then you have to go with age. Okay, in this case I have age, but you might have employee ID, then you have registration number, something, right? I'm just giving an example. Okay, so if you have something unique, you have to ask them. Okay, and if it says 1470, okay, then all these columns should be 1470. Now you see 1469. Okay, so one row is missing. Okay, this is how you can look at this one command and see how many data is missing, which column is missing. Okay, I'll get the real-time data. This is just for sample I took it, but real time I'll show you. Clear, guys? Till here?
Yes,
Yes,
Arun.
no?
When
Okay.
yes, yes, a bird's view. Yes.
Okay. So now here, so this is where you're gonna see you'll also learn something called statistics. Okay, we have sessions after we had some good hands-on, then we'll solve some business problems, and then we will learn about statistics. Okay, now here you see, okay, mean, mode, median. If you have learned statistics during your academics, right? You have learned about mean, mode, median, and other formulas with statistics. Okay, we're gonna brush up all those things. Standard deviation. Okay, this is a standard deviation. Okay, and what is the minimum value under age? You can see by, if I ask you in this column, age column, Rupa, can you find out what is the minimum and maximum value? Just type one line command. You will get here minimum is 18, maximum is 60. Okay, if you have 120 here, maximum age 120, 180. So see, 180 is very rare, right? Age, very rare. Okay, I have seen up to 100. Maybe that is a typo. Okay, we will term that as an outlier. Okay, so we'll learn about outlier, how to find out the outlier. So we have something called box plots. Using box plots, we will find the identify outliers in your data. And then you can see if it is right now it is 60, which is reasonable. Okay, minimum is 18 and 60. If some this value maximum value is 200, do you believe? Okay, a person who have lived 2 years age group, no, it's not it's not possible, right? So could be some mistake was done when they were entering those data, or it's a human, right? Right, we do mistakes, so could be a, typo or some other mistakes, okay, while entering the or the EDP, okay, electronic data processing executive. While entering, you might have overlooked that number. Instead of 60, you might have typed 160 or 170. Okay, so when you have something like this, you have to eliminate that row because it will give you a wrong inference. Okay, we're going to learn all these basics. Now what is the this one? 25th is 25th percentile. How many people are falling under 25? 30 years of age group are falling all under 25. Okay, how many are falling under 50? 36 people. Sorry, 36 age group. Okay, age group of 36 are falling under 50% and 75, 43 and above. So this is the inference that you can make out. Daily rates. Okay, so you get, and this works. See, whatever data analysis you're doing, it will work only for numerical data. Okay, if you have categorical data, you will learn about integer, object, float, and all in the next class. Okay, what is object? Object is nothing but job role. Okay, what is the job role? Support, manager, developer. Okay, these are those data. If you see here, where is job role? Job role should be on the right hand side. Okay. Now it is not showing all the fields here. Okay, it will show limited. You can see here three dots are there. Okay, so there is a command. You can say show all. Okay, it will show all. Okay, I'll show you all this one by one, case by case, with small data, big data, large data. Okay, all these things will be important for you guys to learn, and it gives you how many rows it is showing. 10 by 35 columns. Okay, you have 35 columns. Okay, I believe in real time you will see almost like 350 columns. Okay, when when I do the analysis on my data, I have 35, sorry, 300 columns. So I will pick which are the columns important for my analysis for the business problem. So I'll jot down those. I'll use only those. Okay, if you want to see what are the columns you have, how do you do that? You can say df dot column. Okay, column, sorry, columns. Okay, these are the columns I have. Same thing here. Whatever the columns, 35 columns we are talking about, it's showing all those things. Okay, age, attrition, all these columns we are talking about. So if you want to do some analysis, okay, in Excel you guys do. Okay, so this is something I want. Don't get overwhelmed with this. Okay, you're gonna learn all these things. If I want to do dot, okay, now I'll teach you the drop down menu. Okay, after typing, if I press 1 minute, guys, which file I have to use? HR. Okay, this one. That is what I'm seeing. Why the drop down is not coming? Okay, okay. If I press HR and press the tab, this is the drop down I'm getting. Okay, you should also get this. If you're not getting, let me know. There is a setting for it. Okay, this is just like a shortcut. Okay, you can see right hand side function instance. Okay, whenever we talk about function, it will have close, open and close bracket, plain bracket. Okay, now I want to do a value count of what? Okay, here within a bracket there are two ways, different ways you can do. Okay, so I want to do uh, I'll pick the department. Okay, column. I have education field also. First I'll do with this. I'll just type here and then I'll run it. Okay, you can see the unique values under that column called department. We have research and development 960 counts, sales 446, human resources 63. This is analysis you can do, and below this you have to write your inference. How do you write your inference? Go to markdown and you'll say h2. Okay, and then here about data talks about the breakdown with their counts. Okay, now you see it makes sense. Okay, this is when you're presenting, you can present, and this is the breakdown, guys. We have three values here: research, sales, human resources, and these are the breakdown counts for each. Okay, if you want to do the sum, how do you do that? Sum is 1469, and is it matching with your total number? Yes. Clear? So you have all these things. Whatever you do in Excel, pivot, keyword, I mean, what else you do? You can do here with one line code. Okay, it comes always with practice. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like. Okay, you will do a complete study. Okay, I think I have a lot of notebooks here which I have solved. Okay, I'll share that also. It's always first you have to learn, get a hands-on, and then you can practice. I'm telling you, when you start working with your data at work or a sample data, I mean, you will keep on trying different things. Okay, daily I do some or the other practice at work. Okay, even I get 1 hour, I'll sit and I learn something. Okay, keep that habit going on so that it will also create that interest for you guys to learn new things. Okay, so what's the time, guys? 9:34. Okay, we are top of the hour, guys. Okay, what we'll do is we'll close this session today. uh, Uh, Saib, you can share the link, okay, in the chat with others. Those who have missed for whatever reason, you can just refer it. But this, all these things, whatever we are, I showed you, right? All these things we're gonna learn in depth, one by one. What is this first line? Why we are using import? What is this pandas? What is PD? All these things we're gonna learn. Data, different data types we will solve. Okay, so we have guys from HR. Okay, we have guys from project management, right? We have guys from Pepsi. So Saib worked for PepsiCo before, and he was involved and instrument in coming up with marketing analysis and all that. So we have a good resourceful people here, okay, who can share and gain knowledge with each other. Okay, I'll pick all this. And also guys, one important thing is create your account with Kaggle. Okay, okay, this is very famous guys for data science community. Okay, just go to www.kaggle.com and sign in with your Gmail. Okay, so I have my account. Okay, you're gonna get like this, and there are some competition that happens, your hackathon and all. They'll give a data set, and you have to uniquely work on the data and bring out those hidden insights. Okay, and if you get that prize, I'm telling you, the prize is very huge, $50,000. Sorry, $50,000. Yeah, which is huge for you guys. Okay, it's almost like some 60 lakhs or one crore. Okay, so it happens a lot of competitions here. Okay, if you go to the competition, you see all this competition is happening on this. Okay, Titanic, machine learning from disaster. Okay, they'll give some business problem, you have to solve it. So always good practice. Whenever you're free, just go. Okay, I'm not saying, just pick up this small data set. Okay, how it looks like. For example, if I go here, okay, you have all this section, all data set, computer science, education, classification, data visualization, pre-trained. Okay, now if I want to look at something called Pepsi, okay, PepsiCo daily data. Okay, and it was updated 10 months ago. So you can see here you have something called medals here: bronze, okay, silver. Okay, see, data is again categorized into three categories, guys. Okay, uh, somewhere it should be here. One minute. I should have one more. I think is it in this one?
Then one more request, these
Yeah.
screen recordings, if we can have that uploaded to your YouTube channel and have a playlist created, it will be easy for us. So what's happening is if you're trying to launch and revisit the screen recording session, no?
Mhm.
One, because of the data limitation, sometimes it is not it's not buffering quickly. We are having
Got
issues
it.
like that.
Sure, sure. I can do that. Saib, you can stop the this thing because I'm just showing all these things. Okay.